Inputs of project scope management. Project scope management has the following processes: plan scope management, collect requirements, define scope, create WBS, validate scope, and control scope. Plan scope management has the following inputs: project charter, which is shared with collect requirements and define scope, organizational processes, which is shared with all processes except validate scope, enterprise environmental factors, which is shared with all processes except control scope, project management plan, which is shared with all processes. Collect requirements has agreements and project documents, which is shared with all processes except plan scope management. Validate scope has verify deliverables and work performance data, which is shared with control scope. We mentioned in the last slide that project documents is an input to all processes except plan scope management. Let us now take them one by one. Collect requirements has the following inputs: stakeholder register, assumption log, which is shared with define scope, and lessons learned register, which is shared with both validate scope and control scope. Define scope has risk register and requirements documentation, which is shared with all processes except plan scope management and collect requirements. Create WBS has project scope statement. Validate scope has quality report and both lessons learned register and requirements, traceability matrix, which are shared with control scope. We mentioned in the first slide that project management plan is an input to all processes. Let us now take them one by one. Plan scope management has the following inputs: quality management plan, project lifecycle description, and development approach. Collect requirements has stakeholder engagement plan, requirements management plan, which is shared with both validate scope and control scope, and scope management plan, which is shared with all processes except plan scope management. Validate scope has scope baseline, which is shared with control scope. Finally, control scope has change management plan, configuration management plan, and performance measurement baseline.
If you like this video, you can subscribe, turn on the bell, share it, like it, and write comments so that this channel can provide more videos.